Guten Tag. I am out here in my new chill spot, which still needs a little work, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. But while I was sitting out here, y'all know I'm always thinking about when I grew up in the church, and I got my berries, y'all. I done picked some fresh berries, clean them off, and I got a quick question for y'all. Do y'all eat the stems of your strawberries? Do you? That's just a quick question. But thank you to everybody who told me that these are wild berries. They are so good, so fresh. Good morning. Good morning, Joshua Gabriel. First. These berries are so good and so fresh. And then when I saw the prices of berries in the store, I was like, well, I'm glad I'm growing a little something, something. But now my next step, like Odom Song said my next step is preserving. I have to learn how to preserve, and I want to do it in a safe way. Um, but blueberries are sky high. I'm glad that I do have a few blueberry bushes, but now the thing is trying to get them relocated because I would hate to have to start all the way back over. I didn't know that. Berries are good for teeth health. I did not know that. I love berries. I love berries. I always wanted a blueberry bush, which I told my husband I wanted one. We ended up with like three. And I always wanted a peach tree. But one day we were sitting at the table. Good morning, Jerry Talks. I want to, I think we could probably meet in person, Jerry Talks. I always have loved berries. And like I said, with the blueberries, I just wanted one blueberry bush. I just thought that would be neat to have a blueberry bush in my yard. And then my husband was like, okay. And then we ended up with like three. And hey, hey, London, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, sunflower. I am my grandma's favorite child. I know that's right. Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just sitting out here with my fresh picked berries and I'm actually having a moment of gratitude. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Just like with the peach trees. I told my husband, I said, I want a peach tree. I want a peach tree. Can y'all give me a thumbs up, please? And next thing I know, and we have 12 peach trees. And he looked at me because he was eating a peach. People always ask me, like, what kind of peaches do you have? What variety of peaches do you have? I'm going to be honest with y'all. We really don't know. We had bought some peaches from the store, and while we was eating the peaches sitting at the table, I mentioned that it would be nice to have a peach tree. Good morning, beautiful Miss Patty from Patty's Kitchen Garden and More. Y'all know I love Miss Patty. Miss Patty, I like when you stepped into the camera when you was cooking and you showed us your face real quick. I like that. I love that. With your dimples, you know, I'm not being partial with the dimples or anything like that. I'm just saying. I really like when you peeped in. Cheeky baby. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. So, people always wonder what variety of this do you have? What variety of that do you have? We honestly cannot tell you exactly because 9 times out of 10, we started planting our things from things that we were just eating. My celery that I was growing, it was all store bought. And what I did was I just saved the bottom part of the celery and went outside and planted them. That's just what I did. I cut it off, planted them. My pineapples, I just twisted the top off. I could show y'all that in another video. Um, my peaches, like I was saying, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I was sitting at the table and I was like, wouldn't it be nice if we had a peach tree? Because these peaches are just so good. My husband looked at me and he had that seed in his hand and he was like, you know what I'm thinking, right? And I was like, not from seed, not from seed. And he was like, why not? Just, why not? So that's why when a lot of people ask me like what variety or where it's from or what they ask me, what nursery did I buy the tree and all that, and y'all, I told my husband I wanted one peach tree, and he started drying out the seeds from the peaches that we were eating. And by then we had done cleaned them and everything. We didn't really know, we didn't think to look at the little sticker or nothing like that. We just started drying out the seeds. Next thing you know, we got 12 peach trees in the backyard. So we really don't know the exact variety. And yeah, that's that. Now our pear trees we did purchase because we saw them on sale. They was about done, and they were on sale because they were about done, and and we grabbed two. So that's the story on the pear trees. But it was the berries that I was really intrigued with because I was like, berries, you can preserve berries. No, I don't. No, I don't. Maybe I should check them out. And then now that I've relocated over here, I want to bring my Mr. Blue over here, but I don't know where I would put them. I have some berries growing on the other side of the fence, some wild blackberries, which are in here. We have a few berries already growing on this property. Yeah, I need to check them out. I need to actually, if you can, put their name in one of my shorts because when I leave here, sometimes the comments save and sometimes they don't. I know, right? I can just say it's just a Georgia peach. Just, it's a Georgia peach. That's exactly what it is. But I asked for one peach tree, and he got excited when he went out there one day because he put all the dried up seeds in separate pots, and he said, "We're gonna see what they do. We're just gonna see." And when he was out there cutting the grass one day, I saw him. I was looking out the kitchen window. I saw him kind of slow down and look over there. He was looking at the pots, and he came in the house. He was like kicking off his boots and stuff, like he was stomping his boots. And I thought he had saw like something. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, "What is going on?" He's stomping his boots, and he coming into the house, and he was like, "You ain't gonna believe this." I was like, "What happened?" So I'm putting my shoes on. What happened? What happened? Yeah, you got to see this. Took me outside, and all those pots that he had started growing those seeds in, every last one of them was coming up, and they was coming up like strong, not like a little whimpery little. I couldn't believe it. Oh no, not my buddy, not my buddy. But y'all, I was so happy to see that it's some wild blackberries growing over here too. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be in like a berry land. I had brought over some berries from home, and I came over here to the homestead, and it was like tons of berries back there that need to be picked. But I'm gonna have so many berries. Renee's secret garden is just gonna be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know where to put things. That's how grand I think it's gonna end up being. Because where am I gonna put my avocado trees? Good morning, RX Snails. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's Saturday. And y'all know, well, I don't know if y'all know or not, but A few years back, I started going into the truth, and I started identifying myself as I kind of hate to say it because when you say it, you lose people, but a Hebrew Israelite. So on Saturdays, I have learned to take it easy. See, I wasn't raised that way. I was raised that on Saturdays you get up, you clean, you hustle, you go out and buy what you need to buy, and you do what you need to do. And it's different. It's just a different feel. I'm still getting used to certain things, and I still have to be pulled back on certain things. But I can get used to this whole relaxing on Saturday. I can really get used to this. I gotta take myself out of a few habits, but it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward because I'm the only one um, that chose to take this route. I'm trying to choose my words carefully because people always get offended by everything I say. Everything I say, somebody's offended. So I'm trying to choose my words wisely. But I am the only one in my entire family that identifies as an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. And it's very difficult because we believe in the same word, we believe in the same Bible, so it's like, why is there such a conflict? I don't know. I really hate if Jared felt like he had to leave because somebody was in the chat. But y'all, I just wanted to come out here and show you guys what just growing berries can do. Like I said, I brought over the blueberries from home and strawberries, and then these small like wild blackberries, they're actually growing over here. Um, and I'm amazed. And I'm still not finished over here. I still have tons of things I need to plant over here. I wish I could actually get down in the garden and do some work myself because it's something to me. That's why the garden is so peaceful to me, because when you get out there and you're doing it yourself, it kind of takes your mind away from all the hustle and bustle and negative things or things that might be going on, because I think it's because you're keeping your hands busy. I'm not sure, but that's what brings me peace, is actually working in the garden. So this time around, I'm going to be trying something new, and that's with the um, buckets and pots or whatever. I'm not used to that. I'm used to actually tilling the soil and getting out there with the rake and the hoe and the shovels and actually getting down in the dirt. So it's gonna be a little different for me over here, but we think it'll be best if I do the buckets and the container garden. I gotta have my mints because for some reason I love for the mint to be close to my seating area, because the smell, every time the wind blows, the smell from the mints, and lavender, if you have lavender, I like to have lavender kind of like tucked away in a corner because it grows out kind of like a bush. But I love to have lavender and mint close by wherever I'm going to be sitting, because y'all, when that wind blows, it's oh, it smells so good. For the manual labor, girl, what you do is a lot, because let me tell you something. First of all, RX, when you come home from work, that's a whole different thing, because I be like, look, I don't know how to even pronounce half of my medication, okay? So for somebody that's in that field, I tip my hat to you. And then on your times that you have off, you're doing nails and you putting these little pieces and little shimmering stuff on there, and you being all creative. That's not me. I leave that for people like you. Being creative is not for me. I tell you right now, it'll be hot glue everywhere, and polish should be all on their finger. But the the labor part, that's me. The and my husband knows it too. When we got ready to move, there was so many people giving us excuses. They couldn't help us move, whatever. And I think that's why I get so offended when people be like, "Oh, you spoiled. Your husband got you this. Your husband got you that." People don't even actually include me. They act like I had nothing to do with it. You don't know where you get the patience from. I don't know where you get the patience from, because that's a lot. That's a lot. And then you do each nail, and sometimes when you show the nails that you've done, it's like each one have their own persona. It's like sometimes you do like glitter on that one, and then like some artwork on that one, and stones on that one. I'd be like, girl, I can't. That's not me. But get me to help put something together, or like I said, get down in the garden and do what need to be done in the garden. Get me to do something where you can just show me how to do it, and it's building something or putting something together, and I got you. I got you. When we moved, me and my husband moved, I want to say everything but the washer and dryer. I helped my husband move every single thing but the washer and dryer at that house. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was so offended when people were like, "Oh, you spoke," and you know it's mostly ladies. I think those be ladies that are haters, because when they automatically be like, "Girl, your husband so this, your husband that," I be like, "Watch out, Sister Kate. Watch yourself, shawty." But but even when I was working at the security job, I was talking and I said, "We purchased our home at such such," or "we," and I kept saying "we." This one girl just kept saying, "Ooh, your husband bought you a house, girl." We purchased the home. We moved into the home. It's like some women will try to downplay your role in your marriage, or downplay, like it's almost like they trying to flirt with your husband on a slick slide just by talking, and your husband ain't even there, but they still trying to give your husband all the kudos. It's like, shout, I'm up here working with y'all all the time. Which means I'm contributing in some kind of way. And then when we moved, I helped move all the furniture. It's stuff like that. Um, Paperwork. Let's not get on paperwork. We all know who did all the paperwork. My husband was like, "Where do I go to sign?" Even when I buy gifts for people's birthdays and stuff, they be like, they be saying my husband's name. They be like, "Oh, your husband's so nice. He bought this and he bought that." And I be saying to myself, "Now you know, Sister Kate, now you tripping. Now you tripping, because you know good and well ain't no man finna go out there and try to find you things to put in your basket or whatever for no gift or whatever. You just trying to be slick and trying to downplay what I just did and put it all on. Ooh, your husband. Ooh, your husband brought this. Ooh, your husband got that." You know good well I stopped at Wally's World and built you a basket and sat in the car and put that thing together and signed the card and put you a gift card in the envelope, signed that, tucked it all the way, put some stickers on it, made it look cute, and you gonna sit here and say, "Oh, your husband," or either they'll say, "Tell your husband I said thank you." Y'all, we gotta stop doing each other like that. Y'all know that we be sitting out there trying to pull stuff together. And don't get me wrong now, my husband will help me out with some things. However, when it comes to certain things that you know he had nothing to do with, candy cake all day. Hey! I was trying to subscribe to you from my other channel too. I don't know if y'all seen me roaming around on Renee's Real World, but I had stopped using Renee's Real World a few years ago. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. But I stopped using Renee's Real World because my son was using that page. My son was using that channel, and every time I tried to go under Renee's Real World, it was suggesting like Minecraft stuff and kids playing video games. Ex- exactly. RX nails. So that means you know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on now, Winnie. We know that when we're going to a birthday party or a graduation, a celebration, a retirement party, we know. So why would we downplay the woman and be like, tell your husband thank you, or ooh, your husband got her such and such. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling people out on that. I'm gonna start calling people out on that because you know who is out running around in the stores trying to. Oh, and don't let your party have a certain theme or a certain color. It's the OK Lounge. Welcome in, welcome in. Y'all don't let the party have a certain color or theme. They gonna give your husband tons of compliments on what he got on what he brought. No, I'm gonna wear. You done had to tell your husband, don't wear that, cause the color is black and gold. You need to wear this with this. Oh, where's your handkerchief? And put this right here. We know we do that. We know we do that. So why do we downplay the? We know we done had to do a whole outfit check on our husband before he leave out the door. Even if he do dress nice or whatever, we know we have to look at him from head to toe and be like, okay, 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 now we can go. Now we can go. Facts. Y'all know I'm not telling no story. And we know that men mean well, their intentions are there. But we also know that we are the ones trying to pull it together. Especially like the day before an event. We already trying to figure out like what we're gonna wear, what he's gonna wear. Is it gonna look good together? We're trying to make sure the gift matches the theme or matches what that person actually likes. Be the first ones to shut each other down just to praise that man. Ooh, girl, your husband bought you this. Girl, I had a YouTuber. People who've been following me for a while probably know who I'm talking about. I had a YouTuber. I never at this time I had never even hardly even mentioned my husband. All they knew was that I be at home sometime dancing in my kitchen. And they was in their live one day, and when I came into the live, they was discussing being tired when they come home from work or whatever. Now this is when I was fighting leukemia. Girl, I'm trying to tell you, as soon as you get the invite, you already be thinking to yourself, now what we gonna wear? Cause am I gonna have to stop somewhere? Am I gonna have to grab something? You're right. You're right. You're right. As soon as you get the invite, you're already trying to, pull it together. Even if it's just in your head, trying to see what you already got in the closet or what you might have to go get, to add to it or what. You're right. But y'all, this other another YouTuber was in their live, and when I came into the live, I was like, "Hello, everybody. Hello, chat." And I had already been in the live. I just decided to speak. And this YouTuber said, "Oh, that's Renee's real word. She's spoiled over there. She don't have to do that. She don't have to do that. She's spoiled." What made you say that? What made you say that? Are you a hater? Because when I got sick, I was able to just stop working. What made you say that? Was it the fact that I have an actual husband? What made you say that? I'm spoiled? Spoiled how? Because when I was working, I was saving my money. What made you say that? See, I be peeping little stuff when people talking or whatever. I'll peep it, and I won't say nothing. But then I start watching what you do from then on. Thank you for the hearts. I like it when y'all do that because they like floating up. A little hint of jealousy. I think you might be right, Candy Cat. All day, I think you might be right because I was like, I don't share much of my life. So what do you mean I'm spoiled? What do you mean I don't have to do anything? If if you mean spoiled as in I get up in the morning and make sure my children uh eating good, and I get on them about taking a bath, and I'm chasing babies all day, and cleaning the house down, and I have to constantly clean because my husband's in construction, so I have to constantly because he bring red dirt in the house all the time. But anyway, so if spoil, if is that spoiled in your book, or is it a hint of jealousy? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I love receiving the hearts because it looks so nice when they floating up. I don't get a lot of them, so when they come up, they look so nice, like coming up on the screen. Thank you. Yes, y'all, but I had to come out here and share with y'all my new chill spot. I see it's gonna be some adjustments have to be made. And I need to share more about this gazebo because every time I get a gazebo, it lasts for a little while, but it's not like a permanent structure. It's not one of those permanent gazebos, which one day I do want. If this whole YouTube thing kick off, then maybe that's something that I will invest in. But I want to do a video about this gazebo because this was from Walmart actually, and it was the one that was $100. It was $115, I think. I'll look it up. And it has these anchors on each corner. And I kind of wanted to talk about those because when I had my red one at the other house, oh, thank you. That means you enjoy. Thank y'all. I like the way it looks. It's like they floating up. Like they are so cute. I get excited over little stuff like that. It might not be much to other people, but to me, it's like, oh my god. I guess because I'm not like a big person or nothing like that. I'm not a big YouTuber, but y'all get what I'm saying. So when somebody give like hearts or something, or if somebody shares me, because I never ask y'all to share. If somebody shares me, I'll be like, oh my god. It's just me being weird as usual. But I wanted to do a video because when I had the red gazebo at my other house, I had to learn how to put things like a flower pot or something where each anchor was, Because if you have children running around, they will constantly trip over these. Like it's like a string coming from the gazebo and it's anchored into the ground. They will constantly keep tripping over it. But if you put like a plant or something right at the corner, I found that it's better. So if you have like a cookout or something like that and you have these anchors, if you put something visible like a flower pot or some colorful strings going down or some balloons right at the string, it helps. They stop tripping all over the string. Oh, okay. Yes, I do it in other people's lives, but I've never seen like, well, sometimes I'll see it in my life and I'm like, oh, so that's how it look when it come up. I see the 100, I see the I see the hearts, and I still get like a little kid when I see them. But yeah, y'all, if y'all get one of these, I got the 10 by 10 gazebo. So if y'all get a 10 by 10 gazebo, please be mindful of these anchors. Y'all know I got toddlers, so they would constantly trip over these. And when I used to have the red one at the other house, then I noticed that kids will constantly trip over them. If you're having like a cookout or something, just put like some balloons there or a flower pot, like a flower pot that actually has some tall flowers. Put it at the corner of it. And I realized that when you put something where they can see it right at the corner, they stop tripping over them. But this one is the cheap one at Walmart. This one is the one that's $100. I want to say it's between 100 and 120. I'm gonna look it up and be, sure when I do the video. But now I want to bring my swing over here. I'm officially gonna make this my chill spot over here. I love it over here. I cannot wait until the actual house is finished. Tara J, what you say? I'm so happy you went to your first trip. I'm so happy you went to your first trail ride. I'm a country girl, y'all. Tara J is a country girl too, so I was shocked to find out that you never been to a trail ride. Next time you get a chance to try to take a picture by a horse or something, please take that opportunity. It is a experience that you will never forget. That picture, you can always like glam the picture up or put little stars or something on the picture and then post it. Yes, it was your first time and I was so happy for you, but I was kind of sad that we have to take the sound off sometimes when we're doing something, when we're at a fun event. So I noticed that in some parts you had to mute your video. Hate that, but it is what it is. But y'all, you can always take a picture that you have or something and just put like some little features on it, some effects on it, and use that as a short. Take next time if you get an opportunity to stand next to a horse and you can tell that the person that cares for his cowboy is a good handler. Take a picture with that horse. Use it as a short. Use it as one of your memories, and you will be so proud of yourself. You will be so proud of yourself. Yes, please do that. I would love to see you with a picture standing by a horse. I saw you purchasing your fan, and then you talk about I don't even know how to do the dance. Girl, we've been using fans since before that song came out. And that's why I'm so amazed that everybody is has caught on to the whole boots on the ground song. I hate that it's being used in churches and stuff though, because if you listen to the lyrics, it's promoting certain things. But but y'all know me, I be at trip rides now, so but we've been using whistles, fans. We've been using the scarves, tie them around like the tops of our boots. We cut up the jeans. we've been doing all that since before boots on the ground, and now it's popular, and it's kind of funny to see that it's getting popular now. But we got the cowgirls in bling. So you have some cowgirls that come out and they have on all their fashion jewelry, but they also have on their cowgirl boots. And it's nice to see some of them get glammed up. Y'all know I I can't do makeup to save my life. That's something I want to learn, and when I learn, I'm gonna learn on here. So y'all gonna get a chance to laugh at me. Yeah, the church got involved with the boots on the ground, and I was like, y'all do know what they saying in the song. But people don't listen to me anyway because, like I stated before, when I came into the truth a couple of years back, and I slowly but surely started changing some of the things that I used to do. It's like I was kind of looked down on or looked at crazy. So now I just don't even mention it to my family. But that's for another video. If y'all want to, because I used to dabble in so much, I thought that my family would be happy that I have done away with some things. But yeah. I was like, leave that out there now, cause when I come to if I come to your church and y'all marching in to my boots on the ground, kicking up some dust, I'm out. I'm out. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm out. I know some people gonna be like, that's what's wrong with the church these days, and all that good stuff. But y'all ain't gonna have lightning striking me down up in here. I don't. That one thing I do not play about. When I go out and party, I go out and party. But when I come to churches, cause I'm trying to release some stuff. I'm trying to get right. I don't want to be in there singing about no liquor. Look at his spirits. Now when I go to the trail ride, I can get out there and dance with the best of them, and I can kick up some dust, and I can pop my fan, and I can have my fun. But Lord, I ain't going there with y'all. It's not wise. Y'all, the deacons used to sing a song, don't let them catch you on the ballroom floor. Don't let them catch you on the ballroom floor. Don't let him catch you on the ballroom floor, 'cause he's coming again so soon. Be ready when he comes. Be ready when he comes. Y'all, y'all ain't finna see me there with y'all. Now, if I decide to go out and party, or go out and club, or go out and go to my trail rides, and go down here to the ranch, down here, down yonder, that's one thing. but when I go to church, y'all, trust me when I tell you, I'm going in there uh, with some things on my heart and my mind that I'm trying to get loose. It's my saying, Renae. Thank you. It's all God, cause when I tell you, ever since I was little, the enemy been trying to attack my voice, my throat. Every time I got sick, it was always starting at my throat. I kid you not. And when I was out there fighting, every time I was fighting, somebody would always grab my throat. My throat. And I told my mama one day, and she just kind of shrugged me off. But I wanted to have a serious conversation with her about that, and I thought she was, going to be open to actually talking to me about it. But I told her one day, I was like, I feel like it's something about my throat. It's something about my voice, my speaking voice, or something. Every time I go through stuff, it always attacks my throat. And I don't know if y'all remember or not, but this last time when I got sick and was put into the hospital, it started attacking my throat. It started feeling like I was being strangled, um, and my airways was being closed up because the cancer had progressed. Y'all, every time I get sick, every time something happens to me, every time when I was out there fighting, every time I was fighting, the person always grabbed my throat. It had got to the point where I was ready for them to grab my throat. Thank you, Miss Patty. Thank you. It's got to be God. I hope it's God that y'all seeing me. I hope that's what I'm hoping. I hope it's the Most High y'all seeing me. But I saw the ranch. We we're over here close by a ranch, and I saw that they were getting ready to have like a line dance class, or like a line dance lessons. Y'all, I was so happy to see so many of us. It was people of different sizes, different shapes, different ages coming together, all because of this whole line dance trend. Y'all, when I tell y'all, it made me feel so good to see all the signs, all the people getting out with their cowgirl hats on and their boots. It was amazing. Their fans. And like I said, some come glammed up, so you see some of them with like the big, um, like bling jewelry on. And see, that's what I was trying to ask my mom. I was like, is it something about my speaking voice? Because I've never thought of myself as a singer. My mom and dad sing, but I just, whatever. I was the one in church that was like, do y'all need me to be an usher today? Or, like, I just went wherever they told me to go. If they tell me to go over there with the musicians and play the drums, I played the drums for a while. If they needed me to stand at the door, I stood at the door. Just where y'all need me to go. That was me. Or I could be sitting in the pews, and sometimes they would just come and ask me like, can you go downstairs and get the pastor some water and some fresh cloth, some fresh linens to have in the pulpit? Okay. And I would just go downstairs and start getting everything ready and taking it up there to the pulpit and clear everything out and put everything where he needed and go sit my tail down. That was me. But ever since I was little, it was always my throat. Always. My throat and my hair was always attacked. But it is what it is. Y'all, I just came out here to sit out here for a minute and just talk to y'all and let y'all know that everything is going good. I was so excited to see my berries. Look, as y'all can see, I'm about done. Eat some berries, and I'm hoping that one day, soon, Renee's Secret Garden will officially be done over here. So we're moving. Some things we're moving, some things we're not. Um, some things might be too big to try to haul off, but as far as like, I brought my hibiscus over here, and when we brought the hibiscus over here, they was like sticks breaking off and everything, and now they are booming. Oh my goodness, Miss Patty. My mom was a soloist in church, and she surely was attacked through her throat with a benign tumor after she was no longer in a church choir. Oh my goodness. See, that's the type of thing that I was like, what could possibly be going on? Because when my son was diagnosed with his brain tumor, I was like, why his brain? I kept saying, why his brain? Why is he brain? He's my like some would call it my nerdy baby, my nerdy twin. But I'm a nerd, so I didn't expect anything really different. I was like, whatever. Um, but he can recall history events like it's nothing. When he was in school, I was like, you should take Spanish because your dad is Spanish and it'll be an easy A. And he came back and he was taking Mandarin Chinese. And I was like, what? He's always been a brainy guy. He loves reading, he loves just obtaining knowledge. And sure enough, his brain kept being attacked. Migraines. Always suffering from migraines, always just being tired and feeling like overwhelmed. And then he was the one that ended up having a brain tumor. Y'all, it's something going on. And I wish my mom would have took the time to really talk to me about that, because when I went to her, I was younger then, and I was like, do you think something could be going on with my throat or something, or me talking? Do you think the enemy doesn't want me to talk? Like, am I supposed to take a vow of silence or something? What's going on? She always had throat issues from childhood. See, that's what I'm talking about. Ever since I was little, it's always been something going on with my throat. I have thyroid disease. A lot of people don't know that. I had Graves' disease for a long time, and that's how I ended up with vertigo. And then when they gave me the treatment for the thyroid disease, it was I don't want to say the wrong thing. I had a different type of radiation where I had to actually swallow a radiation pill so that it can take a percentage of the action of my thyroid away, because my thyroid was overly active. Everything around my throat, everything around my neck. And I had to sign a paper stating that I was aware that this could one day um, cause cancer. And then here I go. And then, like I said, it was just one thing after another. Retirement days, comfort foods, and more. Hello. Welcome in, welcome in. So I completely get it, but I'm just baffled by it. It's not like I want to actually know any answers. I just wanted to, like you just shared, I just wanted to know other people's stories. Like, have anybody else experienced this where you feel like just one particular area in your life is always being attacked? I remember I used to have a best friend, and used to is the key word, because I started to pick up on certain things. And I know people probably be like, she always getting on here talking about her pity stories or whatever, but it's just my story. It's my truth. This friend, I started to notice that when I would say certain things, or when I would sing or hum, she'll be like, and I'm like, what was that? Like, what? I've never understood why people would be and then after doing all that, now I used to hum and sing gospel music a lot, because, like I said, my dad was a quartet singer, so that's what I was raised on. I was raised on that and Sam Cooke. If you know, you know. So being raised with quartet type music, old gospel southern music, and Sam Cooke in the house, you kind of start humming and singing things without even realize that you're singing. But with that being said, I after I noticed that she was doing that, then one day she got in the car with me and she noticed that I was playing gospel music in the car, and she was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start playing gospel music in my car. That's what I'm gonna start doing." Just because that's what I'm listening to? What? And then when we went to go do something else, I think I was like letting out the tablecloth or something like that. She was like, it irritated, agitated that I was singing like a old gospel song. Why? Why does it get under your skin so much that I'm just humming or singing? I will say when somebody whistles really loud, it bothers me. Some people can whistle a tune, like whistle a song, but when they do it really, really loud, it does like bother me. But somebody humming or singing while they're working, it doesn't bother me at all. And I think it's because Sandra D. Look at me, I'm Sandra D. We have got to watch. We have got to watch my show, my Grease. I said my show, my movie. We've got to watch my movie Grease, y'all. But so with this particular person, I realized that every time I would sing around her, she was irritated. Like it bothered her. But then at the same time, I started to also notice that she wanted that. So I'm like, is she irritated because I'm singing, or is she irritated because she's mad that she didn't know some of the songs? Because she was like, well, I grew up in the church too. I can't stand when people do that, because it's like, it's not a competition. I can see if you come and sit beside me and be like, yeah, I grew up in the church too. We played that song or we did that. That's one thing. But when you do it like you're mad at me for it, I'm sorry, Miss Sandra D, that you. I'm sending all the prayers up for your husband, okay? Yes, please get some rest, Sandra D. That can be a little daunting when you're back and forth up at the hospital with a loved one. It can be a little frustrating. But I realize, you know, what you be feeling. You feel like you want to be right there. But do get a little rest, please. Um, yeah, but when it came down to singing, she was irritated by me singing, but then she started trying to do everything I did that pertained to singing. Like she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna start listening to gospel music in my car too," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that was weird." Then one day I was singing again, and she was like, "That must be one of them old songs." Like it was like everything had like a little shade behind it, like a little shade tree. Yes, Miss Sandra D. We are praying for your husband. We're praying for you too, to give you the strength to be there and be there for him in his time when he needs you. And you're going through some things yourself too, so I know that's kind of taking its toll. Now y'all have me out here singing something. Be ready when he come. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I can't get down with being in the church where they singing like so what they call it, secular music or whatever. I be like, do they know what the words say? But I grew up around certain people where if you have a certain moral compass, or if you feel like, well, I don't want to be a part of this, even if you don't bash them or anything like that, you don't necessarily have to bash anybody. Just if you just say like, oh, well, I'm out. They'll get offended, they'll get mad, and it's just me personally. That I feel like when I go to church, I don't want to take part in certain things. I just That's just me. That's just me. I don't want to be. If I pop my fan, y'all gonna see me out here popping my fan. Y'all gonna see me at the trail ride popping my fan. You might even see me at the club a time or two popping my fan. But you will not. You will not let the Lord catch me in his house popping my hips and popping my fans about where them fans at. I'm sorry, but I ain't going to hell with y'all. If I go to hell, it's gonna be on my own accord. It's gonna, if I'm going to hell, it's gonna be because of something I did. You know. But to do it in a church house, that's a whole different. Y'all laughing at me. That's a whole different ball game. Woo! My husband know I got a code for him. I tell him either you gonna have to come and help me out or bail me out. If I send him my location, he already know either you gonna have to come help me out or bail me out. So I can get crazy with the best of them. But you know, I tried my best to do my best at all times. All right, Cedric. Now I wonder if this neighbor is gonna rev up his engine like he does when he see that wheel. Because I this time I parked my truck. Well, okay, now Jay. This time I parked the Ford where the neighbors couldn't see if I was over here or not. So now what I think I'm going through is intimidation. So I'm in a certain area, and a few people over here do not like certain people. So it's a little disheartening. But what they do now is sometimes they go out and they crank up their loud cars or whatever, and they just keep revving it up, revving it up, revving it up, revving it up. When they see that we're over here, when they see the trucks and when they see the vans or whatever over here, very very loud. But see, I I wish I would have known that before we purchased. I wish I would have known that because that was the whole point of trying to get in, trying to be in the country, trying to live on the homestead. But one thing my grandmama taught me is don't let nobody run you out of your stuff. Don't let nobody run you out of what's yours. And this is mine. So um, they used to always, I know, right? Take care of yourself, Sandra D. So my grandmama used to always tell us the story about when her and my granddad first moved into a certain area and the things that they experienced. And I think that sat with her because she used to always tell all of us, like, don't let nobody run you out of your place. Don't let nobody run you out of your place. You know, you stand there and let God fight your battle. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I feel like they're trying to intimidate, or they're trying to run us out. But like I told my husband, you want me out, pay me. Pay me. Now get out your hair. Pay me, buy my property. If you want me gone, buy my property. All cash. And I can get right on out of your hair. Y'all, I done said I hadn't ate my berries. It's only a couple of berries left. And I'm about to get on up out of here. But y'all have been so fun to talk to this morning. I'm going to do another video hopefully soon where I explain about this gazebo that I got from Walmart. It was one of the cheaper ones. Like I said, it's not supposed to be a permanent structure. It's a temporary structure. But for when I'm out here with the kids and everything, I thought that it would be a good idea to have so that they could have a shady area where they can sit when they get tired of running around. because it's a lot of space out here where they can run around. So if I'm gonna bring them over here, I would like for them to have a nice little shady area where they can sit, chillax for a minute, drink some cold water, relax. Or if one of them hurt themselves, cause Lord knows I got one twin that's he's always hurt himself. He always getting into something. Lord have mercy. But or if they hurt themselves, get a little boo boo, where they can come in here and I can bandage them up, clean them up and everything. So that's why I needed a gazebo, a nice little shade area for them. We finally got one area fenced off, and then we're gonna finish the outer uh, fencing later. But that's it for now. That's it for now, and I'm gonna do the other video where I explain this gazebo. And this is not my first time purchasing this one. This is my first time purchasing a black one. Usually I get red or yeah, usually I get the red one. But that's not even my favorite color. My favorite color is blue. But this time I got black. And I just wanted to come out here and show you guys that the homestead has berries. I can't wait to get my blue Mr. Blue over here so I can have my big blueberry bush. That's the papa of the blueberries at my house. I want to get him transferred over here because Mr. Blue has been amazing throughout the years, never failed me. And my next step is preserving. I want to learn how to preserve. It's going to be a learning experience for me for sure. So if you guys are interested in following my journey as I learn how to do different things on this homestead, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. And if y'all see me pop up on your feeds under Renee's Real World, it's just because I'm just trying something different. I'm just trying something different, and I'm going back and forth, and I'm trying to show y'all support from both channels. Trying to show y'all a little love on both channels. And that's about it. So thank you, Miss Patty from Patty's Kitchen Garden and More. And remember what I said. I like it when you dip in, and when you was cooking and you dipped in and showed us. And the rain. Oh my goodness. I sat and just listened to the rain from your porch and just watched. It was so relaxing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your bit of peace with us, because I enjoyed. But until next time, y'all know how I do it. Gracias por ver. Thanks for watching. Adios. Bye.